Happy holidays, everybody. I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince. And welcome to part 2 of my 2017 Christmas Marathon on Mustang Prince Oral Reports. Now today, we're going to talk about someone whom without Christmas would never exist. And that person is Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know. It's been a while since I talked about him when I blogged Son of God back in 2014. But since this is the Christmas season, we'll be talking about Jesus' birth. Now, since everyone knows about it, I won't tell the whole story, but all I can say is that there have been many retellings of the first Christmas, not just in the Bible, but also in church shows, television, and films, whether being live action or animated. Also to note, a lot of folks these days consider the Nativity story as one of the most faithful adaptations, but that's for another year. And another thing, some folks think that one of the highlights of this story are the animals. Now, animals have been used as main characters a few times in stories like this. For example, there was Nestor the long-eared Christmas donkey, made by Rankin Bass. The Small One, made by Disney and directed by Don Bluth. And The Crippled Lamb by Max Lucado, which became a 20-minute movie in 2000, which I already blogged last year. And just recently, I saw a new animated film based on the story of Jesus' birth with animals as the main focus. Released on November 17th, 2017, the movie is The Star. Now let's get started. In this movie, a small but brave donkey named Bo yearns for a life beyond his daily grind at the village mill. One day, he finds the courage to break free and finally goes on the adventure of his dreams. On his journey, he teams up with Ruth, a lovable sheep who has lost her flock, and Dave, a dove with lofty aspirations. Along with 3 wisecracking camels and some eccentric stable animals, Bo and his new friends follow the star and become accidental heroes in the greatest story ever told, the first Christmas. So, what do I think of this movie? Well, to be honest, this movie was okay. The story was pretty corny, and the dialogue was a tad random and silly, but I still enjoyed it. But in order to explain why, let's move on to Mustang notes. In September 2014, it was reported that Devon Franklin would produce a faith-based film inspired by the Nativity story under his production company, Franklin Entertainment, in collaboration with Sony Pictures Animation. In April 2015, Variety reported that Timothy Reckard would direct the movie in his directorial debut. On August 5, 2015, it was announced that the film, then titled The Lamb, was given an official release date on December 8, 2017. But then on June 20, 2016, it was announced that Brian Henson and Lisa Henson from the Jim Henson Company would become executive producers for the movie, now titled The Star. The animation was produced by Synsight Studios. Speaking of animation, in my opinion, the animation looks pretty good. While several character designs are a bit cartoony, the scenery in the movie does do great at capturing the time period, as well as the road that our main characters go on the way to Bethlehem. However, while I do applaud this movie for trying to do something different with the story, Some of the animals' dialogue can be pretty random and corny, and the humor is a bit over the top sometimes. But to me, seeing baby Jesus at the end of the movie makes my heart melt. Another positive thing I can say about this movie is that it is packed with religious Christmas songs like We Three Kings, Mary Did You Know, Oh Holy Night, What Christmas Means to Me, What Child Is This, and Carol of the Bells. In my opinion, these songs are just fantastic, and some of them make me well up in tears for how beautiful they are. There are also instrumental versions of God Rest You Merry Gentlemen and the Little Drummer Boy song. Plus, I do love Mariah Carey's The Star song, including Can You See by Fifth Harmony. And now that we're done with Mustang notes, let's talk about the characters and their voice actors. Our main character, Bo, is voiced by Steven Yeun. This young donkey started out as a mill donkey, dreaming of a better future until he breaks out of the mill and comes across Mary and Joseph. In my opinion, Bo can be brave, but he can sometimes be a bit stubborn. But he's a good character when helping Mary and Joseph get to Bethlehem and defending them from an evil soldier. However, the only flaw I can say about Bo is that he sucks at charades. Bo's best friend, Dave, is voiced by Keegan-Michael Kay. Best known for being in Disney's Tomorrowland and Hotel Transylvania 2. And he'll be in the upcoming Lion King remake in 2019. In my opinion, Dave can be a little silly with his dancing, but he can be an okay supporting character. Next up, we have Ruth, a sheep voiced by Edie Bryant. Best known from Saturday Night Live. Bo and Dave first met this sheep while trying to climb down from a cliff. She left her flock when she saw the star, but the others refused to follow her, so she decides to join Bo on their journey to Bethlehem. In my opinion, I really like the part where she tries to help Bo overcome his fear of heights by using his hooves to grip the edge of the cliff. Next we have Joseph, voiced by Zachary Levi, whom I talked about while blogging Tangled. In my opinion, this version of Joseph is portrayed quite different from most adaptations. While he's trying to support his wife Mary and their soon-to-be-born baby Jesus, Joseph is usually frustrated or under a lot of pressure, especially with having to deal with Bo, who doesn't trust him at first. Joseph's wife Mary is voiced by Gina Rodriguez, who will be in the upcoming Ferdinand movie next month, and Smallfoot next year. I really like this version of Mary because she's portrayed as a sweet girl, and I like how she's kind to animals, like when she gives a piece of food to a mouse, and when she bandages Bo's leg. Next we have Felix, Cyrus, and Deborah, three camels voiced by Tracy Morgan, Tyler Perry, and Oprah Winfrey. These camels belong to the three wise men, Balthazar, Melchior, and Casper. In my opinion, these guys are the funniest characters in the movie, especially when they're seen sneaking around King Herod's palace, eavesdropping, and when they get themselves tangled up when they are parked in Bethlehem. Finally, we have Thaddeus and Rufus, two antagonist dogs voiced by Ving Rhames and Gabriel Iglesias. These two dogs belong to a soldier sent by King Herod to find the upcoming Messiah. Mostly throughout the movie, they are seen sniffing out and chasing Mary, as well as picking on Bo and other animals. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, the story is not as good as most Christmas movies out there, but it's still an entertaining film. While I do applaud the movie for trying to do something different with the story, like having the animals as the main focus, as well as having a good soundtrack and okay animation, the dialogue can sometimes be a bit corny and over the top. However, if you're interested in watching a good version of Jesus' birth, then you may not find it here, but it can't hurt to watch out of curiosity. However, if you have kids, I'm sure they'll enjoy it much more than you. I give this film a 74% out of 100. Well, that's it for today, everybody. Be sure to join me again for my next Christmas vlog. Mustang Power.